Hey everybody, how's it going? Hope you're having a lovely day. So today we're going to be doing part 3 in our series of attempting to fix a Trojan cock ring. As I said in my prior videos, I do not believe that a sex toy should ever be a subscription. If dildos are washable, then so should these. So the problem that we left off at last time when working on this is, the part that you probably noticed is that I destroyed the switch. Admittedly, I probably could have been nicer to it, but I've never taken apart a switch before. So I actually got the thing to semi-work, but not all the time work. I got it to like semi-working condition, but it was not a long-term solution. That switch was really in bad shape. So here we have the vibrating part of the cock ring, and here we have, this is what the switch would be in between over here. So if you see, if I take this and I put this like so, see, it spins it. See that? It spins it. Vroom, vroom, vroom. See that? So these are the right batteries. I found the right batteries. The problem is I don't know if I got the right switch. Now, the first thing I have to do before I continue with this video is just to say thank you to the people who have gotten me a number of different special items for this particular stream. That's just incredibly kind of you all. So actually one of you got me a thing that doesn't open, which is, let's just try to get this on camera. So I'm just going to cut this thing off because it doesn't want to open. All right. A caliper. Another caliper and another caliper. Thank you. Again, I've never had a need for a caliper as a MacBook repairman before, and I did not anticipate getting into the field of cock ring repair, so which is not something I've ever had a need for. So the whole purpose of that was to measure the old switch to see what would fit so I could buy a new one. The problem is I already destroyed the old switch. Now, if I wanted, one of you was actually kind enough to get me a donor cock ring. So in addition to all the calipers, we have that. So I want to see if any of the switches that I bought in the last video actually fit. And if one of the switches that I bought does fit, then I'll use that and I'll solder. This isn't a MacBook, we're good. I'm gonna put this on the switch and fit it in there. And if it doesn't work, then I have a reference, because admittedly it's been almost a month since I originally worked on this, so I kind of forget how it's put together. But I do have a reference that I can open up to figure out how the original design is put together. And once I figure out how this works, I can fix this every single time my customer has a problem with it. So let's get into the switches that we received, shall we? I'll be honest with you, I completely forget how this thing was put together. I'm probably gonna have to watch a little bit of my old video just so that I can understand how it was put together, because I actually don't remember at this point. So I'm gonna take a look at how that switch looks like, because I legitimately forgot how this was put together. Mm-hmm. Let me just open up my set of old videos on my main channel. What I'm going to look for here. Did you get the thing I sent you? I don't know what you sent me, I'm sorry. I did. I got 3 calipers and a cock ring. I appreciate, one sec, I have to figure out how this thing was put together because I don't remember. And I need to know how it's put together so that I can know how to put the switch back into it. Does Trojan support right to repair? It seems like they don't, honestly. Okay, so let's see if I have... I'm going to full screen this for a moment. I can see how the switch was in there originally, because I'm going to have to install the switch in there the way it was before. Oh, YouTube is loading slow. We actually have Spectrum internet here. It's business internet, but it's still Spectrum. At the end of the day, it is still Spectrum internet. Okay, so where was the switch in this thing? Where did I have this? Figure out where the switch was. I'm going to lower the resolution of the stream, of the video that I'm looking at, because I am using Spectrum Internet to browse. And Spectrum is garbage. Okay, so the switch. Sat between the plates. Okay, so here we go. Now I understand what I'm doing. I just had to take a look at that. Does my cock ring have a pronoun? I don't believe cock rings do have pronouns, actually. Okay, so this is going to go on this side like so. And then the other side, whoa. Oh, whoops. Okay, this is going to go over here. The plastic is going to insulate the batteries from the vibrator. Okay, one moment. Forgive me, I've never been an expert in the repair of these items before. Okay. And then the switch is going to go around. Okay, so here we go. So I have a bunch of different switches. It's for the principle, Art, and it's the principle. As I said, a cock ring should never be a subscription. And I mean that. And it's the principle. It's not about the $7. It's about the principle, sir. Yeah. Okay, these are annoying to open bags, so we're just going to AVE them. I think you may be spending more time playing with it than they spend designing it. I am spending time playing with it. Isn't that the point of these things? Spend time playing with it? Okay, this one is obviously way too big. Yeah, this is never going to fit in there. Okay, so this switch is going to go over here. You go in the doesn't fit pile. Next. Try a different switch. Remember, we bought different switches at different sizes. See what works. These were all switches that were recommended by chat. So this one is also, oh my, okay, that's a Ron Jeremy size switch right there. That's not going to do it. This is a Ron Jeremy, actually all of these that I got I think are Ron Jeremy size switches. Huh. Let's see. This is a 7mm over here. This looks a little bit more reasonable, and nope, that this thing is gigantic. That's never going to fit in there. All right, I think all of these are actually 7mm. Okay, this is 6. And this is... Okay, all these switches are unfortunately too big. The original switch is much smaller. Okay, here we go. So I got one switch that seems like it may be the right size. This one's very tiny. Oh, no, it's too big. It doesn't fit. Can we kind of... maybe... no. Nah. Maybe I could shave it down a little bit. Yeah, we need like a 4mm probably. Okay, let's try one of these calipers here. Expectation, fix the toy. Reality, improve the toy. Okay, off, on. Let's see. Off, on. Oh, you need a battery. You don't come with a battery, do you? Can I use the CMOS battery I took out of the front? Oh, no. This? Okay, this caliper needs a battery, and it doesn't come with a battery. Fizz. Let's see, let's use the battery I took out of the cock ring. Does the battery I took out of the cock ring fit it? Okay, I'm actually going to take the battery that I took out of the cock ring and use it in the caliper.
Good, I do have the right file.
Okay, this caliper, I appreciate it, but I don't have a battery on me. Let's try the other one. Okay, we got this. Do you have another garbage pail, Patrick? Or a bag?
Yep.
Yeah, you just give me a bag. Let's try this one. You must have LR44s in the shop. For what? I fix MacBooks. How often do you need a coin cell battery to do data recovery off of a clicking hard drive? In what world do I need these things? Thank you. In what world do I collect coin cell batteries? Can you recap on what happened in part 2? No recap. Nope. No recap. Okay, this thing over here, does this come with a battery? Fuck, none of these come with batteries. Shit. Okay, huh. Wait, oh, this one, okay, no, this may actually come with one. It's just in the packaging that I throw on the floor. This one over here looks like, yeah, okay, this comes with it. Okay, they included it in this one. I think I threw it away in the other one. Where did I put the packaging? See, I ripped the packaging up a little too quickly. The switch needs to be crimped to the metal clip. The switch is too big, that's the problem. I need to get a smaller switch.
Good, I do have the right file.
The connectors will need to be bent and then cut off, so ignore their length. I don't care about that. I care about the width of the switch so that it can actually fit in there. I mean, because yeah, I'm gonna clip those off once I put them onto that little the metal base. Okay, where the hell did I put that box? I swear it was right in front of me. Here we go. Okay, I got this out of here. All right, let's see. All right. Ba-ba-ba, caliper. Okay, we turn it on, and it's blinking. What? Why are you blinking? Huh. Never used one of these things before. How does this thing work? Okay, first things first. Make you stop blinking. Okay, ABS, inches, millimeters. Here we go. Okay, so it just stops blinking after you yell at it enough. So first thing to do is set it to 0. Okay. Set it to millimeters. Okay, now I'm gonna roll along. The original switch was, I'm guessing 5 millimeters, probably 5. 5.7-ish. Okay, 5.7. When you put the switch that was the closest to fitting here, let's see, there's a little metal base. So this little metal piece is going to go over here. All right. Let's make sure. Even though the switch doesn't fit, I just kind of want to get the concept of it down. All right, so this is the metal clip that's going to go on the switch that I put in there. So it's going to go like this. And then this is going to go in there, so it would have to fit in this way. I'm honestly dangerously close to just seeing what happens if I shave this switch down, because I don't feel like waiting another week for another order. So the original went like this, how wide is it versus this one? Let's see. We're going to measure the difference in the two. So the original switch is 5.84 millimeters. If somebody could write that down, because I'm going to forget the moment I put this down. 5.84 is the original, which I just dropped on the floor, and it's now gone. 5.84. Someone remember that. And the smallest one of the ones that I bought is 5.93. Oh, come on. You're telling me that I can't make that fit in there? That's the same thing, bro. Okay, this has to be placebo at this point. It's the same switch. I gotta just figure out how to fit. I just have to strong arm it in there to make it fit. Wait, did I measure it the right way? I think I... One sec. Because it has to go like... Okay, so it's this way. And this way is... Wait, now the new one is measuring 5.75. What did I do? So where's that one that I dropped? Because now I'm really curious. Huh. So the one that I can't fit in there is actually measuring smaller than the original. Which means either I'm measuring something wrong or I'm slowly going insane after 15 years of fixing MacBooks for Apple product users. I think I'm going insane. Ah, here we go. Okay, I'm going to remeasure this. This doesn't make any sense. Okay. I'm thinking of it 404. Okay, so this is the new switch that I bought, right? It's 5.81. See that? 5.81 on the screen. That's the new switch. The old switch, which had to have fit in there, is 5.83. So I'm not nuts. That fit in there. Okay, never. So this is going to be the right switch. So how did this ever fit in here? Or was it just crude? Oh, okay. I think I see what I'm doing wrong. I have a misconception on how this is put together. Okay, check it out. So I think the thing is, I'm trying to do something that's actually impossible. I'm trying to get this to fit all the way down in here so that there's no gap. But that's not going to happen. There's going to be a gap. So let me find the other piece over here. So this would go like this. Now, how did this ever originally go together, honestly? I think this is the part at which we go to the donor sex toy. Let me take a look at it. I don't really want to look at the donor. I want to make this one work on its own. Yeah, this doesn't make any sense. Oh, wait, wait, I'm stupid. It's going to go in, because I'm cutting the legs. Since I'm cutting the legs, it doesn't have to be off that far. Oh, Lewis, you dumb. Okay, so since I'm cutting the legs, it's going to sit like this, not like this. Okay, here we go. You know what? I'm stupid, but I'm even the dullest light bulb will eventually, even the dullest MacBook repairman will eventually fix the sex toy. So watch, here's what we're going to do. You fit this in here. Even the dullest among us has a chance. Are you saying there's a chance? There's a chance. Okay, now remember, this is the same problem that I talk about a lot here, which is I have two hands. I need one hand to hold this, one hand to hold the iron, one hand to hold the solder. But I don't have three hands. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to load this up with flux so that I can take an iron that already has solder on it and touch it there. That would usually result in a low-quality joint, but here it's not going to be as much of a worry since I've added flux already. This is actually going to work. I can feel it. I don't want to get excited before it's time. Admittedly, I've had a large problem with getting excited before it's time, and well, that's somewhat related to the device that I'm fixing here. But we need to persevere. Okay. So first things first is we're going to clean the iron because we want proper joints. The last thing you want is for this to stop working at the most important time. Don't solder, just bend pins. Don't solder bend pins. You know what? I'll take your advice there, since this is not usually something I fix. I will solder it at the end. He said don't solder bend pins. Okay. Don't solder bend pins. That may actually be good advice, because that may get me a better... Yeah. Let's see. You're right. Okay. Yeah, and as I said, I ain't that smart. I'm pretty dull, but eventually I'll get it. Now, I'm getting a lot of flux on this. This is unfortunate. Yeah, there's going to be a lot of flux. This is all greasy now. It didn't have to be greasy, but now it's greasy. I really don't like grease. I prefer avoiding liquids like this. Yeah. Didn't do a clean job in bending that. Oh boy, this is gonna be... greasy, greasy, greasy. Yeah, it's actually pretty solid. Thanks for the advice, man. Again, I'm kind of new to this whole thing of fixing cock rings, so not really used to this stuff. The last time I remember placing a switch like this, honestly, was on an SSL J9000 console in 2007, when I worked at Avatar Studios with Ricky Began, Gretchen Mathwich, Phil Lipscomb, Roy Hendrickson. That was the dream team right there. Phil Lipscomb, Ricky Began, Gretchen Mathwich, and Roy Hendrickson. They taught me a lot. I learned a lot from those people. They were good people. They were very patient. I was 17 years old, had no idea what I was doing. They gave me a job, a chance, pretty much everything. Okay. Yeah, those are really good people. I owe a lot of my career and my success in my company to the opportunity that I got from them when I was really young that nobody else wanted to give me. Okay, so let's continue. Just going to clean up my desk area a little bit, keep things clean, and go back to the switch. Now the other thing I'm going to do is I'm going to take all the switches that don't fit and I'm going to put them away so that I don't get distracted. So all these switches are going to go in the garbage because I don't... Okay, now the next thing I need is this little metal clip over here. This is going to be the clip that reaches around to the other side of the sex toy. This is the reach around. You guys are familiar with what a reach around is, right? It's what's going to conduct to the ground part. It's going to conduct to the ground. The ground. The ground is on the other side, so we kind of have to reach around for that. What is up with my white balance recently? This camera used to be awesome at dealing with like white balance and shit like that automatically. I don't know what's going on with it, but it's... Let's see, what if I use a piece of paper over here? Set the... Okay. Look, I'm going to set the exposure manually because this thing's kind of... I think it's because I have the HDR turned up that it's doing that. Yeah, when you turn the HDR up on this camera, it really kind of loses its ability to automatically set things. I'm just going to turn the exposure up on my own, like so, and I'll turn the light up as needed later. Okay. Sorry about that. I haven't used the setup in a while, so give it a little bit more light. There we go. Okay, next, I'm going to have this down. Okay. Next, back to the desk. Okay, so we got the... Thank you for the caliper, by the way. It was very useful. I was actually about to think that the caliper didn't come in handy for ordering this because I didn't have it originally. The caliper came in handy because I was about to give up and think that I didn't buy the right value, and I actually did. Being able to measure the original, to be able to see that the original was actually the same size as the switch that I purchased, was really what pushed me to continue on this repair rather than give up. Because see, once you cut the legs, now the thick part of the switch is in the thicker piece, and the thin part of the switch is in the section up top. So now I just have to align these. I just gotta kind of get this aligned in there, which is... Here, I'll show you the part that's giving me difficulty. It doesn't want to go around this piece of plastic over there. I think that piece of plastic may have gotten bent. You'll notice that there's a significant amount of residue here. It's still, in my opinion, cleaner and in better shape than the average MacBook that I've worked on. So a lot of you have asked, why do I wear gloves when working on MacBooks and not this? It's because the average MacBook that we get at this store is actually in considerably worse shape than this. This is, yeah, you know, I'll take this over half of the MacBooks we get any day, honestly. Okay, so now we're in the home stretch. Okay, so it's put back together, and when you click, it works, but the thing is, after you click it, it immediately pops out because it's not closed. So we're going to close this thing up, close this bad boy up. Okay, now it closes and it clips together. Now, there's a top that goes on it because there's really nothing to keep this from coming apart. First thing I'm going to do is I'm going to clean the section, some alcohol, just to get the flux off of it. You know, you don't want to leave flux residue on a device like this. Make sure it's nice and clean. Okay, throw this away. Now this goes on top of here, like so, and this is the power button. See, power button. And then this is going to go in here. Okay, now this is my microphone. Just for those of you who are wondering, this is a big thing in the first video. People were asking why was I touching with my mouth? I'm not. This is my microphone over here. So I was putting my microphone to it so that you could hear whether or not it was making sound. So the way for you to tell that this is fixed is as such. As you can see, it works. The one thing, now the size of the switch is 5.8 millimeters. It was 5.8 millimeters. The other switches were all too big. I lost the baggie that had the size of that switch, so I don't know which of the ones that I bought was it. I think it was this one. It was the one it was not, okay, the 8 millimeter switch was way too large. Closer to 5 millimeter was just right. So if you do buy a Trojan cock ring, what you should understand is that the switch is about 5 millimeters, and also the battery that I used here, this is a Renata 394. So the parts you're going to need, I'm actually once I'm done with this, we'll make a list of the parts that you would need in order to complete this repair. First thing you need is a Renata 394 battery. This is the closest thing I could find that fits the original, which was a Vantec. As you can see, it's a Vinic. So the original battery was a Vinic L936F, and the closest I could get is a Renata 394 replacement, but I've been assured that that is a fine drop-in replacement by some experts in cock ring repair, so you can just trust me, bro, there, that is it. And let's see if I can find the original switch. Also, thank you very much to whoever sent me these 3 different calipers. It's genuinely appreciated. I really was not expecting this level of kindness and generosity from all of you. It's really, it warms my heart. I don't deserve it, but I genuinely thank you for that. Okay, so let's see. So this was a 5.8 millimeter switch. Here, it was this latching 2-pole. Let me just double check on Mouser to see if this is the one. I believe this is the one that I had gotten so that I can put it down here. So if anybody else has this device, that they will never in a million years have to subscribe to a cock ring. So we're going to get us 688 SPPH 430100. And what do we have here? It was the one that didn't say the size on it, which is what made it kind of difficult to... Actually, no, this may not... Okay. Huh. Let's see. I'm just going to look through my old order and see which one was the smallest of all the different... Can't believe I didn't keep track of which one it was. That was kind of lame. I'm just going to open up my Mouser order that I had here. Order history. It's not the 7, it's not the 8. It was either the 6 or this. It's not the 8, not the 7, not the 8.
Good. I do have the right file.
Prepare a wiki article. Oh yeah, coming soon. Okay, I'll be honest with you. It's either this one or this one. I don't remember. It was either this or this. Fairly good chance that it's either one of these. Admittedly, I should have saved the baggie. I was a little bit impatient, and that was not a good thing. I should have been more patient while I was working on this device. It's either this one or this one, whichever one is smaller. So between this switch and this switch, if you guys are able to tell me which one is the smaller switch, I'm just going to link them both in the chat. Or, yeah, because I'm honest, kind of fried. I need to get something to eat. It's one of these two. Okay, now in terms of whether it works, we have to figure out who tests things here after the motherboard is fixed. The APEM. Yeah, which one of these is... Whichever one of these two is smaller is the one that I used. So I'll look at the datasheet for each. If the datasheet makes it obvious what the dimensions are, that's great. If it's something where I have to dig and it's annoying, then I'm... Okay, this... What is this measuring in? 0.98, are these millimeters or? We have this. I measured like 5.8 millimeters and I'm not seeing a number that's anywhere near that. Oh, it's because this data sheet is for a bunch of different switches. Okay. So the data sheet is not for one switch, it's for a bunch of different ones. Okay, I'm never going to figure out which one it was now. Either way, anyway, it was either this switch or this one. I forget which, and honestly I don't care because I now have a working device. Steve, I have something for you to test.
Test? Sorry, yeah, no, I'm just...
Oh shit, it's not working now. Oh, there we go. Button.
On the left side, this could be the bench with the computer.
It's a little, Oh no. Why are you dead? It's not vibrating anymore. He doesn't want to try. Look, see? Hit the... Okay, the button's kind of sticky. Okay, now it's working. Well, I'm going to keep the batteries. I'm going to buy some more switches. And once I figure out which switch it is, I will update this video. I'm sorry that I did not keep better track of the bags that were on my desk as I was going. If I did, I would have been able to tell you exactly which one of the many switches I ordered it was. But that is how you fix a Trojan one-time use cock ring. This is no longer a one-time use product. My customer will be able to continue to use this product from now until the end of time. All they need to do is know a willing repairman. That's it for today, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye now. Remember, never subscribe. Never subscribe.